evening, folks. Welcome to Cooking with Dan Leslie. My name is Janet Rapasardi Huff. I will be your host this evening in Dan's kitchen.
Hey
With
Janet.
Dan.
Hey Greg. What's going
Hi.
on, guys?
How are you?
Not bad, not bad. Holidays are over, thank goodness.
I know, no golfing today, I'll tell you.
Yeah, no golfing for a while, right? Before this show gets aired, it's gonna be almost February, right? But it's
Yeah.
we're early January, and weather's been pretty good to us so far, right?
It has been, except for today.
This
Well-
very
We're in the
day,
middle.
Dan, it's snowing pretty
We're
hard.
in the middle of a snowstorm right now. It's not a good thing.
I tell you, these holidays, I can't take it. I'm turning into a real Scrooge here in my old age. I mean it.
Uh-oh. Now I know too.
Lord, I get to Thanksgiving. I can't wait till the beginning of January gets here. As my wife would attest to you, it's Christmas every day for me. So what is this? That month is just a blip on the screen for everybody else, and an extra 10 pounds for me, you know,
Oh, yeah.
because they're partying now. But I mean it. I swear, I can't take the stress.
This is the time of year, Dan, we want to know, when are you going south?
I'm going south.
Yeah, well, about a month from now.
Yeah, we're going south. My Rosemary and I, and we're going to get out of there. Which reminds me, I got to tell her to make sure she checks my pants pockets before she sends my pants out to the dry cleaners. You know, check, check, check at all times, honey. I'm sure you may think of that. But yeah, we got to get going here on some food, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was going to do some eggplant dishes.
Yeah, that looks good.
I'm just going to cut them and cook them. We usually lay them out on a large trays, and we put a little moist towels on the top and some salt to try to take some of the acidity out of them.
Oh, that's right.
They call these
Have to do that.
female eggplants. Some people feel they're a little more sweet than the males, and so we try to work with that as well. And we're just going to give you, a couple ways we can do it. We're going to bread it and make a little eggplant parmesan. It's a good thing, especially for a vegetable type of meal, or even a starter course. That can be fun, just a little eggplant, little veal, little cappuccino. Yeah, we were going to do we have a Napoleon we make with a ricotta filling. We're going to try that here, put that in the oven, and
yes.
we're going to make a sandwich that we have some arugula and chicken and stuff on, so I guess we should get going. But before I get going, I got to give a little shout out to the Morris Knolls High School basketball team. They cracked the top 10 this week.
Yeah.
They're doing real well, and I tell you what, they're looking good out there, especially two fellas in particular I want to give a shout out to. My godson, Alex Baggett, starting point guard there. He's doing terrific. And Tim Rush. Tim Rush is my man. You should see this guy play. He looks like his
Really?
uncle Tommy Riley out there. He looks terrific. So, those of you guys voting for that all-county team, keep your eye on old Uncle Tim. But, yeah, just a little shout-out to the Knowles team. Keep it going, boys.
Go Eagles.
Go Eagles. All right. Plus, they're both Indian Lakers. I'll throw that in, too. Greg's the Cedar Lake boy. All right, so I guess I should peel the eggplant if we want to cook it. I'm going to take the nub off of here. Hopefully I got the right peeler. Place that over there for a minute or two. I think with the Parmesan, I'm going to cut them horizontally. For the eggplant Napoleon, and for the other dish, the sandwich, I'm going to... uh-oh, I don't think I have the right one. No, this one's where we go. I'll get it off in a minute or two.
Oh, it's,
Couple
it's
hacks
common,
at
it's
that.
common.
Am I taking long enough with this eggplant or what? All right, let's get moving here. I got to cook it up. So I guess I'm going to crack a few eggs. I'll do the Napoleon style first, so we can get that in the oven. And I guess I might as well get a little of this Earl hot. Come on. There we go.
There we go.
All right. I'm going to get a little oil over here.
Now, there's a lot of eggs.
Yeah, I tell you, we're probably going to use all of them too.
Are we really? I was
think
going
so.
to ask you if we're going
I
to
think
use
we
maybe
are.
half of them. All of them? Wowee.
I'll put a little light oil in here. I guess that's enough to cover the subject, as John Lennon would say. Thank you, people. All right, we'll crack a few eggs up. All right, usually I do this on a slicing machine. I'll try to do it by hand. My steady hand. Hopefully they'll be semi-even. I swear to God, if you could have seen my house over the Christmas vacation, I'm only kidding my son and all, but I'm telling him, he's an hour and a half away. I'm telling him I'll see you in May, do a good job in school. Of course, I skip right over Easter. Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh yeah, what about Easter? See there, you forgot about Easter. You
Uh,
forgot about Valentine's Day.
Oh
They don't
please,
come
if he
back
comes
till
home Valentine's Day, I'm gonna have a gun turret set up on the top of the house
St. Patrick's Day.
at your own risk. I don't think I have enough. I'd have enough, yeah. I always have more than enough, right? Saint, I'm gonna shoot you's day. That's what it's gonna be. I mean, holy smazzoles.
Oh, is that on the calendar yet? That sounds like a good day.
I gave them the sun when we brought you home from the orphanage. And no, it's out of some movie that Tom
Oh, yeah?
Hanks was in, yes. George Plimpton was his father. He owed a bookie a lot of money, you know. And he says, son, when we brought you home from the orphanage, and then Tom Hanks says, Dad, I'm not adopted. And George Plimpton goes, please, allow me that fantasy. I love that. So we play that little routine every now and then, much to the chagrin of my lovely bride. All right, let's cook the eggplant up. So this eggplant here, well, I'm yakking, I forgot to tell you, we're not breading this. It seems like it comes out better when I do this like franchise style. I could have also let the oil get a little hotter, but I'm too wound up in my own drivel to let that happen. All right, let's give it a shot. So it's a little greasy today. You get the picture, but that should have been a lot hotter when I put this in. You don't want to, you don't want that oil saturating. And once again, that's where a lot of people make that mistake at home. When you're doing some chicken parmesan or anything with oil, you get wrapped it up in, less oil is better, and it's not. You need more oil to the right temperature, so then it's not absorbing in. So as you're putting a little in, you're breading some chicken and putting it in there, you got to get a lot of oil, so when you're putting it in, it's all foaming up and it's not penetrating. That little bit of oil, it tends to get greasy and the pan gets cold and bad. So you want to make sure that you do that, that you have more oil or frying Crisco or whatever the heck you use than you need. More is better if you want it less greasy. So I'm going to make this, put it in the oven. We'll do a little eggplant parmesan while this is cooling off. We'll make a sandwich. And then if we still have a little time left, we'll see this. It puts a nice little coating on it.
Oh,
When
it
it comes
does.
out, I'm going to season it after it comes out. All right, we're going to lay it there, a little salt, pepper, garlic, that sort of thing. Granulated garlic. Probably done.
Oh, that's a great scent from here.
Yeah, it's nice, huh?
Good, absolutely.
Hey, freshly cooked eggplant is a good thing, you know?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to put a little salt, pepper right here, some white pepper. Put some salt. I'm going to put a little granulated garlic.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, baby.
Gotta get some garlic in there.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
this type of garlic is good. I like it. You can do a versatile. Okay, there we go. So I've got this little mix of ricotta, heavy cream, mozzarella. I get the cream going in the pan. We did that on the camera one time, and it's like a sacrilege. I mean, the main thing is we didn't overcook the ricotta cheese, and we're mimicking cooking time, lasagna type cooking time, so that we can have it immediately. Yeah, baby. Alrighty, I'm gonna put that on here. Maybe a little sauce to make sure it doesn't stick. Probably end up sticking anyway. But this, I don't use our marinara. It's a sauce we make. We have an old pizza sauce recipe back when we were doing that there thing, and we puree and thicken our marinara sauce because it gets this dish a little too liquid. It seems like it works with this dish. Normally we don't want things too thick and pasty, but this seems to work out okay. Okay, now I'm going to cut these pieces into little squares or rectangles, and actually,
Now,
I
how
could
good
use
were you in math?
bad. Mine is algebra. Got to talk to my kids about that. Algebra, yes, reduced everything to the simplest terms.
If a
Like
tra-
starting-
like if a train is going 50 miles an hour or whatever.
You better
just
be running
take a
55.
plane. Yeah.
No, but starting with your room, how does that sound? All right, so what we're going to do, as you can see, we made a little Napoleon, little layers out of this, and hopefully when Greg and Janet try this dish, hopefully A, it won't tip over, and B, that the ricotta tastes creamy. They call it that tastes creamy when it comes out, so we'll see about that, all right? I'm going to put a little shaved mozzarella on there as a garnish, and then we're going to garnish it with a little nondescript greenery. Once again, we don't use basil and thyme and that sort of stuff and oreganos for this. We're using more neutral parsley. We don't want it imparting its flavor on this. There's enough flavor sitting here. All right, I'll put this in the oven. Remember, if we forget it, it's your
my
fault.
3, 2, 1. You're on.
Yeah, baby. All right, we're going to try the eggplant Johnny, eggplant
Yeah.
parmesan.
Okay.
Tell you what, it's not the
I'll
worst.
tell you what. It's like magic all the time when I come here.
Both.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to make a couple circlets here for this eggplant dish. I could use that, but what the heck, we got it open anyway. I'll do 3 pieces. I'll make them a little bit thicker.
I love eggplant.
I'll go 4 pieces.
Okay. Good.
So you guys aren't fighting. Craig was hoping we were doing the brick today. He's a little
Yeah.
disappointed over there. All right, we got it next time. Come on.
Oh, I love
All right.
that. Oh, you know
This
that.
this we're going to bread, okay?
Okay.
Hopefully before the egg that I had in that pan, I didn't change it, burns, gets torched. We'll get this dish together. All right, this time we're going to put the, what are we going to do? Here, we're going to flour, egg, and then put the breadcrumbs on it. I like to do my own breadcrumbs. We take stale-ish bread, stale-ish, and bake it off lightly. You know, that's the key. We cut it into pieces, just light. You know, as soon as you overdo it, it gets that burnt taste on there. Grind our own, and it seems like it comes out really nice.
Oh, yeah.
So, I'm going to flour the eggplant. See, I guess I should grab another plate here, shouldn't I?
Mm-hmm.
Going to flour it up. You know, you do it any way you want. You want it a little thinner, you do that. If you don't, you know what, I forgot marinara sauce. I'll use the other sauce for this, so I'll sneak past Greg while we're cooking this.
Okay.
Then I'm going to put some egg wash on it. These are all eggs. Get a nice coating of breadcrumbs. No double breading. Uh-oh, missed a spot. We season the breadcrumbs up. And you can't do this ahead of time. This has got to get done and in the oil. This thing will get so wet.
Yeah, wet and
forget it.
spongy.
Oh,
And, yeah.
not good, yeah,
No, it's
spongy.
not
And trying to,
good. Isn't it?
and make
Yeah,
sure if
they
you,
get spongy.
right, and feel every eggplant you have that you're buying, because if it's got rotten spots, you know, you got to cut them out. And I'm gonna wash my little patties off here. This is where I have to be careful. Watch, I'll have it on too hot. This will burn the bread mixture. The other one I wanted more hot. This one we got to watch it. So while this is cooking, I'm gonna sneak in and get our marinara. That seems pretty good, right?
Mm-hmm.
We want it's a thicker piece here. The breading could burn, and we don't want to undercook this at all, because all we're
There you
going to
go.
do is. As you can see, folks, I
Whoops.
have some of this sliced pizza cheese, they call it, that type of mozzarella. I have fresh mozzarella here, but for this type of dish, I like to use the pizza cheese.
Oh, boy, is that just a beautiful golden brown.
Sorry. All right, I'm going to turn this off so it doesn't overcook. But you see the bubbles there? That's a little water coming out of the eggplant. It's tough working with these vegetables sometimes.
Now, how about the Napoleon? Is it still good, do you think?
Yeah, let's give it a check. I don't want to get you in trouble.
Because I know it's my fault.
Oh
If
no!
it's-
Tipped
No.
over a little bit.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not my fault.
That's my fault. All right, we can get it out. It's cooked. Our folks will get the gist of it. I made it a little too tall. It's right here.
Ooh, yes.
Let me take this eggplant off first, and then we'll plate up. I think this has got to cook a little bit more. We'll let it sit there just another hair. Actually, we'll plate this up first. I'll try one of these bad boys. I'll put a little bit of sauce, even though it's room temperature. This is for TV.
Mm-hmm.
In the center, we normally have that hot, so the plate looks nicey. And the ricotta, you can see it's creamy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dreamy.
Creamy and
Creamy
dreamy.
and dreamy.
Yeah. All right. Got that nice and stacked, like so. gotta be careful. You don't want too much red sauce with this. And I'm gonna put some parsley on it. Looks like it's crying for a little parsley, right? Put it all over the plate,
Oh,
like
nice.
that. I got another little junior piece here. I'll put that in the center. A little bow in the hair, so to speak. And there we have our eggplant Napoleon.
Okay. What are we doing next?
All right, well, we were away off camera there.
We were having a little fun.
Yes,
doing a
yes.
little dance.
Right, Greg turned his back 2 seconds, and here we are.
Oh, no.
No, we got the eggplant out of the pan. It's pretty well cooked. I seasoned it up a little bit with the same salt, pepper, and granulated garlic, and we're just going to make a little eggplant parmesan. But we'll run a little short on time, so for the chicken sandwich, I'm going to get that in the pan here, and at least get the chicken cooked off, and then we can assemble that. I'm going to put the chicken in a little flour dredge, pat it off a little. I think we need 2 pieces. I'll cook an extra one instead, in case rather. See what fits on the bread. Once again, I probably managed to put too much oil in the pan. Looks great on the bottom line at year's end. Doggone it, I hate when I do that. I get on my wife, my mother's case about, salting things twice. Don't try to hit something one shot. One little pan, one shot, I screw that up. All right, gonna get this water boiling because we are gonna have a little vodka side dish with it. A shot of vodka side dish. What's the side dish? Vodka. Ooh,
yeah,
good.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Gotta love it.
And did I hear you say that you get on your mom's case?
No,
about too
that's
much
when
oil?
that's after she leaves. I
Oh.
don't do it. I don't do it to
Yeah.
her face. She'll take
couldn't-
off her
I
shoe
couldn't
and
imagine that.
right. She'll take off her shoe and
Oh,
beat me with
God.
it. Ma, sorry.
She would too.
Let me see if I can. I want to put this on a round plate. See if I can put it on here properly enough so that it'll look good on a round plate. Round plate.
You know what? You really, Dan, you need to script the next Austin Powers movie.
Yeah, right.
You really do.
Austin Danger Powers. Danger is my middle name.
Either that or he needs to come down here to get some ideas.
No, I think Mike Myers is fine. Oh boy, this sauce is just a little thicker than we want it, but we're going to let it slide today, folks. I must speak to my gang about this.
Uh-oh.
This is a little pasty thicker than we care to have.
Somebody's in trouble in the kitchen, and it's not me.
No, we do thicken up our marinara just a little for our side dishes to start the evening, and we don't want to get it too thick. All right, I'm going to put this monstrosity in the oven.
Okay.
All we're doing with that is melting the cheese. The sauce is cooked, the cheese is whatever, and I guess I can put the bread in the oven as well. I want to toast this French bread up. I love French bread.
Oh, so do I.
All right, I guess I should get the vodka sauce going.
Oh, yeah.
I've got
what is
some
that?
penne here. We cooked up. We don't need much. It's just a little side dish. One more person asked me for this vodka pasta recipe. I'm gonna either shoot them or myself. I'm not sure which. This is a cream sauce with tomato pulp in it. All right, we're just cooking that old chicken up. Eggplants are melting. Yeah, we got a little of this fresh mozzarella here.
Oh, yeah. That looks good.
Okay. All right, got the old penne out of the boiling salted water. Gonna let that drain for a minute. I can turn that off. I'm gonna turn the sauce down. I should get that roll out of the oven, right?
Oh, yeah.
Notice it's gonna crisp up. I see that eggplant parmesan's melting up. We turned the old chickie over. Got that nice all-burn color, cooking most of the way on that side. Got the vodka sauces bubbling along. I'll leave this another second or two. That one cutlet looks a little thick. We don't want you biting into raw chicken here. I'll just make sure like so. All right.
Very good. Oh, the noise level went down considerably too, didn't it?
Alrighty, I can put the pasta. I have too much sauce for this thing. I'll have to mess around with it. Once again, put too much in the pan. Because I want to put Parmesan on this, you know what I mean? You know?
I've got bread to sop up the sauce, Dan, don't worry.
I just have to have an extra loaf. Just turn that off as well. Alright. I guess we have time to assemble the sandwich. I'll turn the this oven off so it shouldn't cook the eggplant too much longer. I'll try this first. Oops, got that mozzarella on here. There we go. Let's see what kind of 32 one. This is enough. Actually, I'll put this one will be better. Good. Alrighty. So with this particular Sammy, I'm going to put on a little roasted pepper. I try not to put too much on. It'll start taking over the flavor.
Right.
You
It's
know, I
pretty
hate that with the
potent.
people do the the bell pepper routine to give color to something delicate, and it just tastes like the bell pepper. You know, that basil, oregano. What are other ones? That and cooking arugula drives me out of my mind.
Cooking arugula?
Well, you know, having a dish, a hot dish with the arugula.
Oh,
I should add a little salt and pepper to the chicken. We've already seasoned the eggplant, I guess, and the peppers are seasoned, and I guess the only thing not seasoned is the arugula. The dressing we're going to put on is a balsamic vinaigrette that we
very nice.
emulsified, made it creamy, and it should work. Okay, we're going to get all of our fresh mozzarella on here.
Love that. That is nice.
Get that on there, nice and milky wilky. And I'm going to put that balsamic vinaigrette on top here. Put it on pretty liberally. Alrighty, we'll set this here for a moment. Why don't we just check the eggplant before we finish it? Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby.
Okay, we'll just check it out. Not yet. In fact, I'm turning that oven on for another second or two. Want that thing milky, good looking. All right, I'm gonna cut the sandwich. Hopefully I don't butcher it too badly. Should have a knife that cuts bread a little better in here. Oh boy.
Okay.
There we go with that. Get a little plate here. Got some Parmesan for this penne. You know, if you got good Parmesan, you don't put it on the flame, you just stir it in. If you don't have good Parmesan, you can cook it till the cows come home. But yeah, I really like doing the good Parmesan routine. I need a spoon. What am I doing here? What the hell is my name?
Dan.
I knew it when I came in here, man. Begins with a B, ends with a V. It's Bob. All right, we're stirring this in. This Parmesan's melting immediately. Okay, it's a nice little side dish to go with the your Sammy. We'll put some penne with vodka sauce. I mean, on a cold winter night, I can deal with this, you know.
Oh, that
There
is
we
nice.
go. I mean, tell me about it here. Got some baby peas as a garnish.
Oh, great idea.
And then as Ingrid Susi had told me, that third color is everything. I'm going to drop a little of the paprika in there to give the thing some jump. Thank you, Ingrid. Alrighty, we got our little sandwich here. The arugula, eggplant, roasted peppers. Sure I could put it on there better if I thought about it, but that's about it. That's our, chicken sandwich. We have it named after a golfer. Watson.
Remember the
I think it's
golfer?
Tom Watson. Yeah, this is Uncle Tom's dish here, baby.
Okay, maybe we'll check the oven,
Oh, yeah.
see if we're ready.
Right.
Oh, before.
We'll go out and finish
we
the show
forget.
and go, oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
that
the eggplant,
Would
right?
not be a good thing. Not at
Right.
all. Ah,
There we go.
looks good.
Or too thick of tomatoes are on there, but whatever. Put the whole thing on here like that.
Nice.
I'll do the same thing with the parsleys as I did with the eggplant Napoleon. Put that little junior garnish in the center. And that's about the end of it. That's our eggplant parmesan.
Folks, thanks for joining us at the table while we wrap up what we did in the kitchen. It's snowing behind us. Do you see that? Can they see that? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're in midwinter, aren't we? Oh, I know.
Haven't paid the plow yet. Hi, Vandemark gang. Yeah, we did the eggplant Napoleon. You can see that cheese. I don't know if you can see it on the camera there, but the cheese is creamy, not running out the sides. If I put just plain ricotta cheese in there, it would have just drained right out,
Right.
once it melted. And if I cooked it long enough for, the mix that you would make for your baked ziti or something like that, the eggplant would be totally destroyed unless you put the eggplant in raw or something. I've never tried to do that. But we managed to do a doggone good job, I will say, of mimicking cooking time with that ricotta mix without getting it cakey, pasty, what's the
Right.
word, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And then we did that eggplant parmesan, which is a breaded eggplant. Your just standard eggplant parmesan with a little parmesan, mozzarella, and red sauce on it. If you serve it quickly enough, hopefully you can. It's still crispy from the eggplant being breaded and sautéed like that, which can be nice. Which is nice. So we got that going for us. Then we did that nifty neat chicken sandwich named after Mr. Watson. With the fresh mozzarella, arugula, roasted peppers, and once again eggplant with the chicken. Little balsamic vinaigrette we put on it, and our penne with the vodka sauce.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Fresh mozzarella.
That works, huh?
Oh, that's just beautiful. Well, folks, thanks again for joining us this evening on Cooking with Dan Luzzi. We will see you again next week.